appreciate everybody coming by. Had a normal Wednesday practice, worked on our third down things. Got some goal line looks in, got some speed against the defense. They got some speed against us, running some opponent stuff, servicing each other. Wasn't perfect, but I think it was a good practice. Working on their blitzes and working on their various looks that they're going to give the defense with their offense, and of course we did special teams. So with that, I'll open it up to questions.
Norries, we didn't see Leonte out here practice. Was he been around the team at all today?
To answer your question, no. And there'll be a statement about Leonte's status later today.
Are you hopeful he plays Saturday?
Depending on his status, we'd have to see where he's at. If his status should change, we'd have to see where he's at if he actually came out and practiced with us.
Coach, there's been a lack of a vertical passing game, especially since Norfolk State. Have you guys implemented any wrinkles this week to make sure that you keep Michigan State honest defensively, especially with such a good secondary?
I won't say that there's been a lack of a vertical passing game. I'd say that we've caused some throws down the field. The quarterback sees someone underneath and takes it, and we're happy with the completion if it's going to help us move the chains. We have Coach McDaniels and the rest of the offensive staff have put together a plan we think is best for us to take advantage of what Michigan State does on defense, and there are some vertical throws in that plan.
No, it's a little bit of a hypothetical, but would 2 days be enough practice for Leonte to play on Saturday?
I'm not commenting on Mr. Carew. Anybody?
Coach, what's it been like now for your third week with these duties, addressing the media and stuff like that?
Well, I say this, you all been very good to me. You've been nice, you've been cordial, you've asked good questions, and I appreciate that, and you've done honest reporting, and I can't ask for anything more than that.
So does that mean you're going to miss us?
I'm not going to lie to you.
Is it nice to get Juwan Harris back out there?
It's nice, yes. You know what? And Juwan's a good kid. He's a first semester freshman. And sometime when you're a coach, you want him to know everything you know. When we do it 14 hours a day, he's doing it 4 hours a day, and he missed, a couple, 4 or 5 weeks. Great kid, great ability, and if we can just get him to learn a few things and be able to help us, that'd be fantastic. But I think he's got a real bright future ahead of him.
How about Charles Norway? The same kind of thing. He's back in the mix now.
Charles Norway's back. He's on a limited status, so right now he hasn't been able to jump in the mix and help the defense. But he's doing some things to help him get better as a player, being able to go through the individual drills and things of that nature.
Do you think that move to defense will be permanent?
You never know. I try not to speak in absolutes. Charles is an excellent player. He can help us on either side of the ball and in special teams. Whatever Coach Flood thinks is best. His best situation to help the team is what'll happen.
Any other questions, guys?
Coach, can you talk about the pass defense against, especially Cook, one of the best passers in the Big Ten, and very potent passing attack?
Well, they're good up front, so they do a good job protecting Cook. And Cook's a very good quarterback that can fit the balls into tight spaces. So Coach Rossi and Coach Wilson are going to do a good job just making sure the guys read their keys and stay in the zones they're supposed to be in. And if we're playing man coverage, be able to guard their man and be able to make the throws contested throws. And hopefully we come up with a few.
I think the secondary's gotten better every week?
I do. I think they've gotten better. The young guys on the outside are learning on the run, and they keep getting more information the more reps they get in games and the more reps they get in practices. And those two guys are doing a good job coaching the back half.
I think I remember you saying Kansas week that Joe Rossi was drawing up crazy things to get to the Kansas quarterback to get more pressure, that he was spending time drawing up. Do you have to get more aggressive with Michigan State? Can you keep some of those things?
All right, don't misquote me. I said he's in there working on trying to get some sacks.
Yeah.
But whatever Joe Rossi and the defensive staff comes up with, they're going to come up with sound schemes, things that they think are best to apply pressure to the quarterback or to contested throws and to interrupt the passing lane. So I'm sure he and Coach Frazier and Coach Wilson and Coach Panagos have some things together that they think going to help put our best foot forward.
A lot is made of how they play the press coverage a lot on the outside. Just generally, what does that do as far as like posing a challenge to the passing game?
Well, the receivers have to do a good job getting off the line of scrimmage. They have to be able to see the press. It means that their defensive coordinator and their defensive back coach, they're confident that these guys have the ability to hold it down one-on-one outside. And we have to beat them, and we have to do a good job. We have to do a good job beating them and not just getting jammed at the line, and that's going to disrupt the timing route. So Coach Campanelli does a great job. He's repping that every day, getting off press and getting back into the route step.
You guys ran the ball really well against Kansas. Michigan State last year was a game where you guys didn't run the ball as well. Is their defense particularly stout against that? I mean, obviously they have a great secondary. How about the way they play the run defense?
They're very good against the run. They got 2 tackles on the inside. They're very good players. The 2 ends on the outside are not a step down from the inside guys, and their linebackers, they play downhill and they attack the run, and they tear offensive linemen off a double team, so the defensive line is clear to shed and get off blocks. They're well coached up front, and our offensive line and our running backs and tight ends are going to have to step up and fight and push and move a guy against his will.
How much do you think the success in the running game against Kansas helped, Chris have a better game?
I think it helped a bunch, because when you can run the football and a defense can't be one-dimensional and just line up and come after the quarterback, and you also want to have a great running game to support your passing game. So we're hoping to have that again this Saturday.
2 more questions. One more question.
Thanks,
No more
Coach.
questions. All right. Gentlemen, be blessed.